begin Pilates with this very, very beginner workout. So we're going to start by laying down on our side, rolling onto our back. Good. We're going to begin in what's called the resting position. So we want our feet flat on the mat, knees bent, hip width apart, shoulder blades down into the mat, ribs melted in, and we want our hips to be in the neutral position. So if we tilt them too much one way or we tilt them too much the other way, we're going to find that it's not comfortable. So you want to go right in the middle of there, and then you want to hold that. Activate your core. Good. Shoulders should be open as if there's a coat hanger, opening up the shoulders. So on our inhale, we're going to engage those abdominal muscles. And on our exhale, we're going to lift our arms up and hold them here, right above the shoulders. Inhale, tighten up that core. Exhale, lower those arms overhead. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring those arms back up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower them overhead. Now we'll notice as I'm lowering them, I'm bringing my shoulder blades down my rib cage towards my hips, keeping the ribs flat on the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale, come back up. We keep our ribs down on the mat. Exhale, lower overhead. Inhale to hold. Exhale, come back up. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. You notice as you keep doing it, those shoulders and arms will want to go a little bit further. It helps to imagine lengthening through the arms as if someone's pulling you, pulling your arms away from your body. Good. And lower those arms down. Now we're going to do the same thing with our legs. So place the hands on the hip bones. Inhale, prepare that core. Exhale, we're going to slide one foot out. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it back. And what you'll notice is that my hip bones are not shifting. They're staying perfectly still. Only reach as far as you feel comfortable. One side only. Helps to think about lengthening through the hip. Exhale, reach. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back. It's been a while since I've done this. Good. Other side. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, reach that leg out. Inhale to hold. Exhale to bring that foot back. Exhale, reach. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it back in. On this side, I feel my hip want to drop, so I really have to Think about squeezing those abdominals and lengthening through the hip. And that drop doesn't want to go. Lengthen as you bring it back in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring that leg back in. And again. Nicely done. All right. We're going to move to place our hands behind our head. Now these hands are just resting, elbows up to the sides. We're going to work on the upper abdominal muscles. Moving the legs works the lower, and now we're going to work the upper. As we exhale, we're going to tuck our ribs into our belly. Inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Inhale to prepare, exhale, tuck the ribs in. Inhale to hold, exhale to lower. Now your neck and hands and arms should be nice and relaxed. Only using the muscles here. Sometimes it helps. Think about pulling up on that pelvic floor. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck those ribs in. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Good. Now we're going to add our oblique move in. So as we exhale, we're going to bring the opposite ribs over. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Inhale, hold. Exhale to lower. And feel free to alternate sides. Moving with your breath. One more each side. Nicely done. We're going to place our arms back by our sides. We're going to move into our shoulder bridges. So move my heels slightly closer to my butt. Inhale, prepare those abdominals. Exhale, we're going to press through the heels, lifting the hips straight up. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press through the heels, squeezing those sit bones together at the top. You notice that I'm making a line with my body. My weight is resting on my shoulders, not my head and neck. Move my head back and forth and lower. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift with the hips. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Squeezing those sit bones. We're going to hold at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. We're going to bring our feet and knees together, arms out to a T. Hip twist level 3. As we exhale, inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower the knees slowly to one side while turning your head to the opposite. Inhale to hold. Exhale, use those abdominals and come back to center. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower to the other side, turning your head in the opposite direction. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring everything back to center. And lower to the other side. Inhale to hold. Exhale, using the abdominals to come back up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower to the other side. Inhale to hold. Exhale, come back up. One last time. Coming back to center. Lower to the other side. Inhale to hold. Exhale, using the abdominals. Come back. Good. We're going to bring those arms in. We're going to rotate onto our side. You're going to use your arm beneath your head for support. Other hand on the ground or on your hip. We want our knees at a 45 from the hip. Knees, hips, ankles stacked. If anything, I want the top hip slightly forward. Good. We're going to begin our clamshells. So we're going to inhale. We're going to tuck our tailbone slightly under. So when I say under, it's going this way. So like we're flattening out our back. Just a slight tuck. Exhale, we're going to open the knee up, keeping the heels together. You should feel it in the back pocket of your pants. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift that top leg up. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. You notice that my hip is not opening up. Then we're not working the right muscles. Want to work these muscles in the back pocket of our pants. Good. If you're not feeling it there, you probably have to shift the hips slightly forward more and then tuck that tailbone a little more and hold it. This is level 1, and all we're looking for is activating and feeling it in that back pocket. Good. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the knee up. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. If you notice that your hip keeps opening, you can always place your hand here for a little extra support. And exhale to lower. Well done. We're going to move on to our next one. So on this one, we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to float the leg up so it's up to hip height. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring that knee up towards your chest. And then exhale, bring it back to be in line with the body. Bring it forward and back. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it back in line with the body. You notice that my knee is staying up at hip height. You want to keep this hip up. It shouldn't feel like it's sinking down into the mat. If it is, then you're letting go of your core. Only move the leg as far far as you feel comfortable without letting that core let go. The last one. And back in line with the body. Good. Bring it back. Top the other leg and set it down. Feel free to tap out. Tap those glutes. Get them to relax. Nicely done. We're going to move into our arm openings. Arms out in front. Hands, palms together. We're going to inhale, reach forward a little bit with that top hand. Exhale, lift the arm up, bringing it behind us. Keeping the knees and shoulders down on the mat. Inhale to hold the stretch. Exhale to come back. Inhale, reach slightly forward. Exhale, lift the arm up and over. Inhale to hold the stretch. Exhale to come back to the start. This is really good for people who have tight shoulders or who may sit at a desk. Opens up the chest. You can make it into a little bit of a neural stretch if you bend the fingers back. A little bit more of a nerve pull. You want less of that nerve pulling, keep your fingers in line with your wrist. Last one. Nicely done. Let's move to the other side. So we're going to use our hands to push ourselves up. Swing our legs to the opposite side. And now lower down. Bottom arm underneath the head to support. Hips, knees, ankles stacked. Top hip slightly forward. You can rest your arm down for a little bit of support or on your hip, whichever you prefer. Keeping those ankles together, we're going to tuck our tailbone slightly. Inhale to prepare. Activating that core. Exhale, open up that top leg. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. You'll notice that my top leg doesn't open very far, but I'm feeling a burning in that back pocket. So as long as you're feeling it, you're doing it correctly. Again, making sure not to open up the hip. Keep it nice and stacked. So you can place that hand on top. You need that little extra support. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, open. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower down. One last one. Good. Tap it out if you need to. We're going to move to our side kick. Level one. So inhale, prepare by activating the core. Exhale, float the top leg up so it's at hip height. Inhale to hold. On the exhale, we're going to bring that knee up towards our chest. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring that knee back in line with the body. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it forward. Keep that knee up at hip height. Only move it as far as you feel comfortable. My glutes are on fire because I haven't done this in so long. Try to keep that core activated so that your hip doesn't sink down into the mat. This is the last one. Inhale to hold. Exhale, bring it back in line with the other leg and lower down. Oh. All right, we're going to move into our arm openings. Arms out in front of us. Straight, palms together. Inhale, reach that top arm forward. Exhale, bring the arm up and over. Inhale to hold. Exhale to come back to the start. And again, keeping our bottom shoulder and knee firmly planted on the mat will give us a really good stretch. If you want a little bit of a nerve stretch, you can bend that wrist, the fingers go back. You don't want the nerve stretch, keep your fingers in line with your wrist and arm. Last one. Inhale to hold. Exhale, come back to start. Good. And we're going to use our hands to push ourselves up. Sitting. Thank you for joining and have a great day.